Okay, let's daydream here for a second, why don't we? You are abiding by the rule of thirds. You're working 8 hours a day, you're playing 8 hours a day, and you are sleeping 8 hours a day. All right, wake up. Let's get back to reality, because managing all these expectations is a challenge. We all know this. Here to help is MD, psychiatrist, executive wellness coach, and author of this book, Leading Under Pressure, is Dr. Gaby Cora. Welcome, Dr. Cora.
Thank you so much for the invitation, Danielle.
Absolutely, and it is true. We tend to, in a fantasy world, want to have this perfect, world we're living and abiding by the rule of thirds, but that's not always the reality, is it? Is that one of the reasons why you wrote this book?
Absolutely. The reality is people are working 12 to 16-hour days.
Oh, boy.
And many people are not having any time for recreational activities, and they're cutting down on their sleep as well. So this is one of the reasons that led me into writing this book and being so passionate about helping people out stay healthy as they become wealthy at the same time.
And you talk about people coming to your office who are already stressed out, so they're already kind of at the point of no return. But can stress ever be good?
A little bit of stress is excellent. It's actually what helps us thrive and be excellent at whatever we decide to do. So a little bit of that stress is good. But too much stress will paralyze us and will not allow us to do our very best, because too much of it may even make us sick.
Well, how can some of the tips in this book help us lead a more productive and healthy lifestyle?
The easiest way is to try to see what are our stressful points that don't allow us to bounce back and be resilient. Once we can identify those, it's very important to try to maintain our health all the time. So it's very important for us to work hard on being healthy so that if crisis strikes, we're ready for it.
How do we manage our stress? Because, when you get to that point of no return, you don't even realize that there were little bitty stresses that were leading up and up and up and up to where you are. So how do you manage so that you don't go overboard?
The best way to manage them is by maximizing the 4 pillars of biological health. So eating well on a regular basis is going to be very important, and not skipping lunch and or dinner every single day. Exercising regularly. 30 minutes of regular exercise is very important, particularly for those of us who are so busy throughout the course of the day. Sleeping 8 hours at night is also of essence.
Wait a second. Back up. 8 hours. I don't know many Americans who get 6 hours of sleep a night.
And it's very important. Some people do very well on 6.5 hours, but some other people need those 8 hours to try to sleep well and recuperate all that energy so that they can continue their daily activities the next day. And last but not least is finding some great ways to relax every single day, even a little bit. It could be listening to music, practicing some other relaxation techniques, or even through exercise.
How can living a less stressful life make you a better leader?
Well, it's very important. The leader will have stress in his or her life. It's inevitable. Stress is going to be very important, and a good leader will need to know how to manage that stress. The important thing is to know that that leader will need to run some marathons and will need to run some sprints. So that leader needs to be ready for that marathon every single day and be ready for those sprints as well.
Where can we go to find more information about you and about your book?
Oh, thank you. More information about me and the book available at www.drgabycora.com.
All right, Dr. Cora, thank you. The book is called Leading Under Pressure. Thank you for your insight.
Thank you.